Hi guys, how are you? It's Brandon Miller here, and I'm here with Norbert Stanchly. Hi Norbert.
Hi, Brandon. How are you?
Good, good. So welcome everybody. Listen, Norbert and I were asked to put together a quick little presentation for everybody based on some of the updates. So we are here today to go through a few things to keep you most updated on what's going on in the world of immigration. As everybody knows, very important to stay on top of everything that's happening. And anybody that's looking out there needs to, just make sure that they're on top of it more so these days because of all the different changes that are going on. Seems that everybody with COVID is keeping us on our toes. So yeah, if there's any other information, it's always under myconsultant.ca, and everybody that's associated with that is a licensed representative. Norbert, why don't we dive in? You got the first one?
Yeah, I've got some updates on the provincial nomination programs. So clients and representatives should not forget the various PNP pathways, as many of the PNPs have regular draws and there are many pathways. Nova Scotia issued new invites through its express entry labor market priorities immigration stream. Now, these were issued on December 1st, and they went to eligible express entry candidates who have a job offer from a Nova Scotia employer for full-time skilled work in the province. The offer of employment must be for a period of at least 1 year after the permanent resident visa is issued. And remember that the term full-time means working year-round and at least 30 hours per week. Candidates must also have 1 year of skilled job-related work experience and have a Canadian secondary school diploma or the equivalent. Apart from that, PNPs have been very busy in the month of November with BC, Manitoba, Newfoundland, PEI, and Saskatchewan all having draws. As a point of interest, the PNP program began way back in 1998 and now sees over 80,000 new immigrants per year. The provinces have the ability to select economic immigrants and nominate them for permanent residence. The federal government handles the admissibility side of things with their requirements, but both the provinces and the federal government closely review the intent, so it's important to have a genuine intent to remain in the province that you're applying to. Brandon?
Yeah. Yeah, PMPs, eh? Geez, I don't know. Like, it's funny. I guess there was just a draw there with Ontario PMP. And I guess they had some technical difficulties. So I'm sure that was a little bit of frustration for some people. But hopefully we'll see some increased numbers there because I think that the PMP programs are great. But I wish they would just increase the quotas and do that. But I think that they're going to, I think that there's been talk of that. So we'll have to wait and see what happens, right? But yeah, so let's move on to the next one here. So December 1st, new order in council amendment was updated for temporary measures notably, okay? So reference to adult children under the family unification provision has been removed for clarity, which is good because sometimes these things are, every little word changes things. And the alignment with the extended family exemption. Okay, so the definition of extended family members has been updated and now specifies that both parties in an exclusive dating relationship must be 18 years of age or older as per the updated OIC. So I guess that makes sense, right? But, as always, be sure to visit the COVID-19 IRCC pages to find all the relevant travel restrictions for COVID-19 delivery, and that make sure that the updates are noted. It's funny with all of those. I know that over the course of the time, these things have changed and they've sought clarification and whatnot. And it's been confusing for a lot of people. So always make sure that you're checking the most recent version of these provisions, because again, they do change. And then there's provisions in place, but then there's also the implementation side of it as well. Which could be different depending on, the airline, or even we saw a case with outgoing customs officials in not even in Canada, but in the country of residence of the person that was traveling. We saw that earlier. What was that? Last week. It was last week. Jeez. Norbert, do you have anything to say on that?
No, I'm ready to move on with the next update.
Awesome. Give her.
All right, so a new program delivery update was announced on December 2nd for pre-removal risk assessments. And this is in relation to information on new remote video conference hearings for pre-removal risk assessments, or PRRAs. Sorry, that's a bit of a tongue twister. In response to the restrictions imposed by the pandemic, IRCC has developed an option for the remote delivery of pre-removal risk assessment hearings using video conference technology. PRRA applicants and their counsel will now have the option to participate in a video conference hearing remotely using their own devices to connect to MS Teams from their home, their counsel's office, or another private location of their choosing instead of in person at an IRCC office. So this measure builds on IRCC's existing experience conducting PRA hearings by video conference, but responds to the need for more flexibility in light of office closures and other measures taken in support of public safety due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Now, the other interesting thing about this is they're also considering continuing remote hearing options after the COVID-19 pandemic has come to a close, which I think would be a great move on IRCC's part.
I think that's awesome. And you know what, to be honest, there was something in the news, I guess, last week about the federal court, and they were saying that with COVID, they're going to actually keep a lot of those different provisions that are in there because it allows for more efficiency. So what I think is awesome, and trying to be positive about, what's going on in the world. I think that we're going to have a lot of byproducts of what's happened through COVID, and we might see things actually getting a little bit more efficient. In line with that, we also saw that the immigration department, I guess, 4 or 5 months ago, there was an article in there that they said that because of the perceived influx of people to Canada, they were revamping their system. So I think it's awesome in that respect because it allows us to kind of be a little bit more efficient, and hopefully there'll be some changes that'll be beneficial out of this. So yeah, let's see. Cool. We got one more update. Should I do it?
Go ahead.
All right. So let's see here. Borders. As a reminder, borders remain restricted to the entry unless particular exemptions are met. Okay, so this goes back to my previous point about checking all of the different provisions because they are fluid and they do change and they're dynamic. Please note, Canadian citizens, permanent residents, and those registered under the Indian Act are protected, and protected persons may enter Canada. Foreign nationals, including those from the USA, may only enter if eligible. Okay, and I know that depending on some of the calls that we get, some people are actually are like, hopefully we can get up there soon, and other people are surprised at this. So, in brief, to be eligible to travel as a foreign national, you must have an immediate family member in Canada who is in Canada for more than 15 days, an extended family member who is in Canada for more than 15 days, a person who is authorized by the Public Health Agency of Canada, or PHAC, to travel for compassionate reasons, other foreign national who may qualify based on a work or study permit or issued COPR documents, and note the requirements of a travel for non-discretionary and other eligibility requirements, including a need for the quarantine plan. Okay, so again, one of the things that we suggest is that you need to seek counsel, seek clarity, especially in these days of COVID. Things are actually getting a lot more confusing in terms of the implementation of things. I know that I'm really thankful for a lot of the discussion that goes on amongst our colleagues in our community, because we get to hear different experiences about how these things are actually being implemented. Yeah, so other than that, I guess thanks for watching. Stay tuned to the channel. You have anything to say there to finish
just
off
a
there,
reminder
Norbert?
to everyone to please subscribe to the YouTube channel as well and follow us.
Yeah. All right. Turn on notifications, subscribe, all that stuff. And hope everyone's staying safe, having a great day. And yeah, thank you very much.